The number one thing I want to stress, y'all, this is number one. You show up no matter what. No matter what. You do not have to be perfect to be here. If you in the challenge of watermelon for 100 days and you ate something else and you like, oh, they got the Zoom meeting tonight. They about to talk about going further. They about to talk about leveling up. Everybody in there really doing it. And I'm sitting back and I'm not doing this. I'm not attending that Zoom meeting. That's the worst mistake you can make. That is the worst mistake you can make in this challenge. The duration of the challenge is a benefit to you. That's why we didn't do 30 days. We didn't do 50 days. We did 100 so you can challenge yourself. This is going to challenge you the entire summer. Expecting perfection is failure. So you expect to do your best, you expect to challenge yourself, and you expect to stick to your word, and you expect to do the best of your ability. And your ability is going to increase the more you show up in here. And that's the bottom line, family. Juice Champs episode 6 is what this is. Like I said, Fruit Up with Bobby Smith YouTube. I appreciate y'all, all the subscribers. The channel is growing, and that is because of y'all. Continue to support, continue to share. The movement is fantastic. The movement that we got going on is so huge, so transformative that I really feel like a servant of the Most High every single day. So, Juice Champs episode 6, it's going down. We got a special show tonight. Me and Lachey got a special show tonight because we got our first guest, the first guest ever on Juice Champs, family. So I'm excited about this. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to bring them on, and we're going to get the conversation popping. Lachey, Tiger Carper, Monica Fish, what's going on, family? How y'all feeling?
Peace, family.
What's
peace
up?
to the community. Peace to the families.
Indeed. Juice Champs episode 6.
I didn't know we was the first guest, man. I feel honored now, man. Dang.
Yeah.
I need to pull out my copper chain or something. Like, man, I feel like, man, I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, man. I'm honored to have y'all on. You know, this is the episode 6 already. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it shows you that if you just start something and keep going, it can just grow. You know what I'm saying? So we just really want to be consistent, and we want to change the game a little bit, you know. And in the health community, I feel like the talk is always about health. It's always health every single day, all day. And you don't really get to see people's true side of them. You know what I mean? Like who they truly are, because they stuck in that element of helping people and being an example. And you can't really just relax and be yourself. So I was like, you know what? Let's make a show where we just sitting back chilling and we talking and being ourselves without the pressures of having to sell what we do, or, you know what I'm saying, try to be humanitarians and, you know, just be ourselves. So that's what this is about. So I'm gonna start off by saying, hey, how y'all doing today? Lachey, how you doing today? How's your week been thus far? If you want to, you know, just get it in, talk a little bit.
I'm well. It's been a good day. It's been a good week thus far. It's Wednesday. Honestly, feels so much further along for some reason, but time is going by so quickly. Like, I don't know, but these weeks, these days, these weeks are going by rapidly. I feel like it was just Monday and tomorrow's already Thursday. But I don't know what it is about the energy of right now, but I have never been more, I don't know, more open to receiving the offerings of life. I used to have a resistance inside of me when it came to growth, but there's something about right now where it's like I feel like I'm being called and I can't be disobedient to the calling. and I'm comfortable with it. Like I'm okay. Like I've welcomed it. Like I've relaxed. Like I don't have any expectation of an outcome. I'm not attached to an outcome. I'm just like going with it. And I feel like I'm in a more feminine energy, even though like I'm a single woman, I'm not but I genuinely feel like I'm in my divine feminine energy where I'm attracting rather than like chasing and grinding and just doing the most. I don't feel like I have to work that hard to receive, and it's a beautiful place to be in. And I'm gonna do my best to be in this energy. So it's been a good week just for that reason alone and that realization. And I'm gonna just ride the wave.
Dope. Interesting week. I feel it. Tiger, what's going on, family? How you feeling?
Man, I can relate to what she said so much. I feel like there's some like an invisible force behind me just pushing me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in times when I want to stand still, it's just like pushing me. And also at the same time, I feel like there's a force too that's trying to hold us back. If you believe in the constellations and all that stuff, they say that the moons and all that stuff is affecting you. It might have something to it, man. It's been a wild week that's been trying to stop us. I think a lot of things happened. Like yesterday, before I was about to go on with Kev, like we're in a dope, like a pretty rich neighborhood in Atlanta, and for some reason, all the lights in the whole cul-de-sac and the whole area, all the electric just
went out.
Just went out. No AC. That meant no AC, no Wi-Fi, no lights. So I was like, damn, here I am an hour before I go on with Kev and all this is going on. So I was in the car, bro. I was in the truck about to go live, like in the truck. You know what I'm saying?
The lights turned on literally like 5 minutes.
5 minutes before we went on, the lights popped back on, and it was scheduled for a later time. Then today, I was supposed to go on with the boy Matt, the young boy Matt Pierce, and I get a call from the family. Man, we missed our flight. Could y'all come to get us? You know what I'm saying? So we had to ride out there. And then if y'all know anything about Atlanta traffic, oh my goodness.
I heard it's crazy.
It's more than crazy. It's more than crazy.
You know what? I'm gonna be in Atlanta on the 27th or the 26th to the 30th.
Yeah.
I might have to tell you.
Definitely gonna link. Let us know where you'll be. If definitely. You need a rental car, you already know 615 auto all day. You go on that site, you're gonna be like, damn, they got all these whips. Yeah.
Is that what y'all do? That's what y'all do? Y'all sell whips?
No, we help the family. So the family, they 615, they buy, sell, and rent luxury autos and also affordable autos too. But that's what they do. So we're down here, starting our business because Atlanta. If you notice anybody that's successful, they move to Atlanta, man. When we come here, business is different here.
Oh yeah.
When you come here, and we wear these T-shirts, and we got
people ask questions.
People ask questions like, "Yo, what's that? Y'all got a business? Where can I get it? How can I get involved?" You don't really gotta advertise. You don't really gotta sell.
Even with the juices, we'll go out with juice. People be like, "What is that you drinking?"
Yeah. So it's just not hard in Atlanta. Yeah. Everybody's on their hustle. People are mad supportive. I love to see melanated people, in nice neighborhoods, nice cars, nice houses. It does something to your whole vibration, man. You know
frequency.
What I mean? The frequency is crazy.
How long y'all been down there?
Not even a month. A month.
Yeah, about a month.
What? So where y'all come from? Where y'all was at before Atlanta?
We're from Pittsburgh, but
we were in Connecticut.
We moved to Connecticut for like 10 years.
11.
Oh yeah, 11 years. So we lived in Connecticut for a while. That's where my dad was. So that's where most of my family's from, my brothers, my sister and everything. So we moved out there and vibed with them. We started all our businesses out there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Connecticut is just mad expensive. I'm sure, Lachey, you're from Mass,
Boston, right?
That Boston area.
I'm in Connecticut all the time. I'm in Connecticut all the time. Well, I was like, I don't go as close to where you guys. Where were you guys? Like in the Hartford area,
We were
New London.
New London area.
London. Yeah, I'm like on the border,
Oh, okay.
of like Worcester County,
Oh,
and
okay.
so like I'm always in like Putnam, Connecticut, Danielson, Connecticut, Thompson, Connecticut. We manage a lot of property in that area, so I'm driving out there all the time for work. I'm about to get my license to carry out there because I hate having to like not be able to carry just with that stupid invisible border
Oh, yeah.
between Massachusetts and Worcester. Because there's been a couple of times where I have mindlessly, paranoidly did something stupid, and then I'm like, oh, like paranoid the whole time. But yeah, but Connecticut is honestly that side of Connecticut is really not that bad. It's cheaper than it is to live in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But that's just a different side of CT. It wasn't closer to where you guys are probably closer to New York. I know the closer you get to
about
like
an hour.
Yeah.
the more expensive it gets the closer you are to the city. But right there is actually pretty affordable.
I
Massachusetts,
never knew that.
yeah, it's not bad. Like you can find 1-bedroom apartments for like $800 a month, which is unheard of out here.
Yeah,
I'm
we was
hearing-
paying, we was paying like 16 a month for like a condominium.
It was a
I'll be
small
here.
one.
Hey, I'm in Ohio. I'm in Toledo, Ohio. If y'all know y'all know anything about Toledo?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Toledo has some of the lowest rental rates in the country.
I bet.
In the country, like you can get a 2-bedroom apartment here for $500.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, $500, $600. You know, you live in a height. $1,000 in Toledo.
At a high level, he the only one who can afford produce. He be telling people who it is.
Yo, that's the same. That's the same in Pittsburgh, though, man. Pittsburgh got a lower cost of living. That's why we actually went home for a little bit to save up some money before we moved out here. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, you got to be prepared to move in them cities where that rent high, and you know you got to make a little more money. But I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get to where it's warm weather, where it's more people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
yeah.
definitely.
Absolutely.
We were talking to me and Lachey always talking, and we always talking like, you know how fear being pushed around, like it's the end of the world, prepare like the solar eclipse and all of this shit that, you know, they preparing us for. But when we found out, like, let me ask y'all this, do you feel like this? It's really kind of like the year where we starting to level up a little bit. It ain't like that doomsday energy, like
Right.
like people be thinking it is, or like they really kind of want it to be.
Yeah.
It's more, do y'all feel like this is the year, like we about to take a more of a shift, kind of? Because it's kind of feeling that way to me.
It does.
I think people are waking up. More people are waking up to everything that's going on in the world today. That's why the entertainment is going down too. All that stuff with Diddy and, you know, the trafficking, all that stuff is coming out.
But
So
I like to go back a little bit. I like to analyze. Okay. So I tell people all the time, we go through this all the time, every election year. Most people don't even know that. Like, that's when the fear really comes, that election year. They need you to be afraid so they can have more control. So they can be the savior, you know, the problem, action, reaction, solution. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I don't get into politics, but I mean, you just got to look at it. Who's in office most of the time? The Democrats. Who goes to those inaugural balls? You know what I'm saying? All the celebrities, all the top, Beyonce and all them. So when it's time, you know what I mean? They show out big time. You know what I'm saying? That's where you see all the stuff. And pretty soon you're gonna start seeing black folks get killed on TV and stuff. All the stuff that used to spark me up before. They used to get me all riled up. Right?
Yeah, the Black Lives Matter, those psychological operations they run on TV to get us all emotionally charged up.
Yeah,
that's how they start dividing the country, you know. And it's like being melanated and having that perspective and looking at it from the outside and not being as easily triggered by it. You know, you start to get called a coon, and you know, it's like we not that emotional. We done been looking at this for so long. We done tuned out of the news because we peep what's going on, the psychological operations, that, you know, the programming that they do This is it's social engineering. They
There
just
it is. I was looking for that.
Exactly.
Thank you. I was trying to
So-
think of what you exactly.
Like Lachey, you said something, you posted something about like our cells are fed by the sun. And I'm like, yes. And our DNA, they know that's why they try to hide the sun all the time, because we are getting downloads from the sun and
Right.
and how we're eating, how juice fasting, you're getting that information from the sun. And people are waking up and they don't want that to happen. That's why they're always doing the chemtrails and
Yeah.
the clouds
I feel
hiding
like
the sun.
I feel like we can see things more clearly, like you said. We're able
Mhm.
now to observe without actually being in it and jumping in it.
yeah.
All you got to do is see what they do to their ops. You know what I'm saying? With Trump and all that stuff. Like that stuff is that's not like, that's not constitutional. You know the stuff that they're doing. You know what I mean? The stuff that they did.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying? So you look at that stuff and you can just see it now, just
Right.
clear as day. You know what I'm saying? When you got a president that tells you you're not black if you don't vote for you, man, come on, man. I'm done with all that. Like, come
The
on.
pandering.
So I don't get involved in that. And I don't even watch a lot of TV no
No.
more. I think that alone just helps me being able to navigate better and not even able to see that. You know what I'm saying? I think I've gotten better over the years because I was reactive. Our people are very reactive. You know, they see something, they react instead of being proactive. You know what I'm saying? We're very reactive people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of them people. So I'm like, you know how everything that's going on. I used to be like deep into like entertainment conspiracy and watching the celebrities and all that. But like me and Lachey was talking earlier, the celebrities are piggybacking off of us now. Off of the social media influencers. And it's, you know, they need our influence, because once you come out with the truth, it's hard to deny it. They can't stop this wave that's going on, family. You don't get people like me, right? Like it seemed like I popped up out of nowhere. Like, and that's happening everywhere around us. That's the shift right there. We are the shift.
We're the shift.
Like the stars, right? The stars falling, you know, the what do you call it? The institutional or stars, the ones that, what do they call that word? Yeah, I guess institutional. These are the ones that we grew up on. When we were children, we were watching them when they were in their early 20s, you know, like a lot like the Leonardo DiCaprio's and all of, now they're getting older, but now all their weird, creepy shit is being exposed. And now the stars are falling, but it's like now there's rising stars, but the rising stars are almost like illuminated, you know, like we're the ones who are like the star seeds. We're not the ones that were kind of handpicked by the cabal, so to speak. Now these are, you can't control us, you know, like we're the ones who came here exactly for this point, this time. We're the ones who were conscious, and we went through the psychological programming, and that like we were plugged into the matrix and went through our Neo experience and got unplugged and took the red pill instead of the blue pill, and now we on our own mission, our own journey of becoming the one, so to speak. And it's like now we have our calling and we have this platform and all these divine things are happening, and it's like we're all being brought together. And it's interesting because now, like he said, real celebrities are trying to clout chase and attach themselves to influencers because they're losing their influence. And we have to be careful because it's easy for us, you know, to be who we are, come from where we come from, and then all of a sudden a celebrity reaches out, and then you can fall into being starstruck easily just because of the energy of it. Like, oh snap, you know what? I just got off the phone with you. Like, it would be easy to get sucked into that shit. So we have to be careful and discerning and protect and guarding of our energy and get off that idol worship, because times are interesting.
I've seen it happen a couple times, you know, because I used to be into every rabbit hole that you could think of. So I used to follow people, and then I would see their rise, and then they go on that one big show, and then all of a sudden they change. They're like, whoa, That's not the same person anymore. Well, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And you already know it sold out. But one thing I wanted to say about what you were saying is when you watch all these stars, right? And you watch all these people that like we grew up with, can you name a handful that are still great? I mean, the great ones. I'm talking about Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. I'm talking about all those people. They can't just be great like Elvis, right? You can't just keep living on. They have to, before you go out, they gotta put the same people that rose you to power gotta put a strike on you, right? So now I was watching there was a channel and they just play all the like celebrity stories. And I was watching one after another. I watched the Michael Jackson, the Prince, the Whitney Houston, all these. And at one time, I was like, is this the same story? And then I look, oh, that's the Michael Jackson. Oh, that's the Prince story. But they all seem like the same exact story. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think about it on a mass scale, right? How many celebrities are there? There's not that many if you look at it. There's like a couple thousands, maybe couple, right? And they're all dying the same way. You understand? You got to look at that and be like, yo, I know it's wild in Hollywood, but the exact same way before their time, before their greatness. You know what I'm saying? So I think as, observers, we got to extract their greatness because you just got to expect it now. You just got to expect it to come.
I feel bad for the celebrities because they don't own their life. Like they are being controlled.
I don't feel bad for them. They know what
they signed up for it, but like you feel bad. I feel bad afterwards because they have to do things that, they don't want to do. It's like sacrificing and all this other crap. Like, I don't know, but people idolize them and worship them. But it's just like, for what? Especially when you go deep, deep down, they're not happy. You could tell they're not happy. Look in their eyes. They're not happy at all. All that money and fame isn't even worth it. I like how I am now, like, and rise to the top slowly. I don't need that quick money because that's when they sell their souls.
Organically.
Get that fast money.
Y'all ever heard of, see, I go into this shit a little deeper. I know, Lachey know about, like, what I get into with this. Y'all ever heard of somebody called the industry hoax?
Industry host?
The industry hoax. H-O-H.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. Please,
so
tell us.
let me get y'all this. So
break it down.
This theory, okay, is that everything that you see in Hollywood or on TV in the industry is scripted.
Mm-hmm.
Like you watching one big script, you watching one big family. Like you made the perfect point when you said it ain't that many celebrities. If it's only a couple thousand of them, they very all well could be related in some way. You literally could. Yeah, you literally could just be watching a script.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true.
Everything you watch, every celebrity that you watch has been input to put in your psyche to make you think that they are real.
Right.
Tupac, go on there and watch the story of Tupac Shakur and how they implemented him into the black community so a real Messiah wouldn't rise in the black community. They gave you one, and now everybody in the fucking world look at Tupac as Jesus Christ. You can't say nothing bad about Tupac. Nothing bad. I done went to places and said something bad about Tupac and got cussed out.
Right.
No, you're right.
Ran out the building.
Yeah.
Like, man, what you say about Tupac to people who ain't never met him?
Yeah.
Right.
You never seen him in your life or nothing, but you feel so strongly about this person.
I believe it 100%, man. I believe it. It's the same thing with do you ever hear the dead internet theory?
Talk to me.
The dead internet theory, you ever heard of it?
He said,
nuh-uh.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the dead internet theory is like the same thing. Just like I said, there's not that many celebrities. You got to think of how many web pages there were 8-10 years ago, and now they're cut down in a certain only social media sites. So that's the reason why they're coming after the real social media people. We're real people, okay? So when they started implementing bots and AI, there's so many dead links on the internet now. The only people that are really present on the internet are people that are on social media, right? So it's like you think of the top social media sites, IG, Facebook, YouTube. There's people out there, but a lot of people don't go on. A lot of people are not on. So we get all these. I mean, I don't know if you guys get it, but man, I got 20,000 followers. You probably got what, Bobby? How many you got?
On Facebook, like 130 something.
130 something thousand. Yeah. Lachey, how many you got?
6,800.
Oh, okay. So you got to think about it. I get in my inbox, in my friend requests, so many bots. Okay, and they said it. There's a lot of bots and AI personalities that come on. They say that they told me in my group there was going to be AI allowed to come in, respond to stuff, do all that. You know what I'm saying? So the amount of real people that are actually on, they're trying to be divided. They're trying to separate us. You know what I'm saying? So they separate us into little cliques so you can be properly controlled. So there's not that many real people left on the internet except for social media sites. There's one video where they go in. He did a real great example. He went in. He did a Google search, right, for pizza places, right, and like a million pizza places came up. You like, oh, okay, this is lit. I got all these pizza places to choose from, right? Then he kept on going page after page, page after page, page after page, where he got to like page 300, and it was still listing the same pizza sites from the page 1. So we think we got so many options, so many different things, but we're limited, and we're also separated from news, media, from areas. Okay, so what you're seeing in the news might not be the same thing that I'm seeing in the news. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically the same broadcast. You know what I'm saying? It's wild.
Facts.
But definitely check it out. It's like it's made by that dude. He accumulates the top 10 or whatever. It's called the dead internet theory, man. Check it out. It flipped me out because it's very true. I got so many. I probably got like 800 people waiting on my friend request right now because I'll go in, look at the profile. Most of them don't even have a profile picture. The other ones ain't been on since 2013. The rest of them just started a site. They don't even look real.
I was going to say that they have a hold on us because like we've been traveling a lot, and he ended up getting his card shut off because they're like, you're making purchases in Atlanta. Like, where are you? They just had to do like questions for him to get his card reactivated.
Yeah. And they say, general questions, right? I'm like, where are you finding these general public questions? It's like streets that I used to live by, like in Pittsburgh. They were like, where is this? Where would this be located? And they'll give you like 3 different options. And then I'll be like, oh, that's a street in Pittsburgh. And just to see if you're from that area.
Right. And they're like,
it tripped me out just to get into my own account. You know what I'm saying? So if I'd have got any of these questions wrong, then they would have locked my account.
So I'm like, they're definitely putting a hold on us. They're watching us.
Hell yeah. I'm shadow banned on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
People tell me they got people who follow me tell me they got to go into the search bar and look me up.
Dog, I didn't see the tag that you gave us today for we had to go look for that because other people were like, well, where y'all gonna be on? I didn't see the tag at all. So I know they got you shadow banned. I know for 100%. But it doesn't surprise me anymore. I just keep moving because I've done it. I had, like I told you before, I had my web page attacked, not even a social media, my .com, because of the comments that I used to have so many testimonials, right? We've been in business for almost 4 years. The testimonials I had used to make my sales for me. When you go on Amazon or you go anything like that, first thing you do, you want to read a review, right? You want to see like, all right, let me see what they're saying, right? So that was working for my .com. People go on there and they see the review, maybe something that somebody I was dealing with the same thing that they're dealing with, and they'll get it. And I used to have my sales the first 2 years, they just took off. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But they shut all that down. The first thing they did, they told me to change my descriptions, right, of my supplements. I did that. Okay. Then they let it rock for a little bit, right? Then what they did, they went on and snatched my whole, because somebody was talking about the C word, how one of the supplements helped or cured, and they went into a whole story about it, right? So they said this goes against something, and they ended up snatching that down. Okay. So I had to switch to a whole different platform to start my .com back up. And this one won't even give me nothing but Google reviews. You know what I'm saying? Which they're starting to build back up, but it's nothing like it was before. Okay.
Right.
Then
right.
I tried to sell from Instagram shops, right? Same thing there. I said something about the jab. Boom. They shut me down. It was a 90-day ban. Okay. Then after that, I couldn't even get back on. I tried to sign back up, like the ban is over, try to get back on. So I left Instagram alone. I'm like, forget it. Same thing with TikTok. You know, one of the homies that I started with, Sharika Billups, shout out to you if you're out there listening. She's a millionaire now. She got on TikTok, and she does crafting, but she does t-shirts now. She actually teaches people how to get rich on TikTok, right? She's like, oh, for you it'd be nothing. She's like, you're gonna kill it, right? So I get on, you know, try to do everything, sign up for the TikTok shop. Next thing you know, they had me provide all this information and this and this and that, and they said something didn't match up. I did everything I could to get on. I still don't have a TikTok shop to this day because they never approved me for a TikTok shop. Okay, so same thing happened on Facebook, but they shut me down for a little bit. They sent me all these warnings, but I just got tired of complaining. I got tired of being that dude, been like, yo, you know, could y'all help me out? Could y'all leave a review and do all that? So I finally just started, you know, just ignoring it and just, you know, and that's where I'm at now. I still got, you know how Facebook is. They'll let you have an influx of new followers. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be killing it, especially when you come a new professional page, and you'll be killing it. All these influx of people come in, you're like, yeah, I'm about to kill. I'm about to make some money. Yeah. Next thing you know,
haunted.
Someone wants to know who
wow.
is they? Who told you to change your website?
Well, I got something from what is it? The FCC. I got something from the FDA. I got something from the website itself, so GoDaddy. So those are just 3 sources, but the letters that I got was from the FDA. They actually sent it to my house. It was when we were selling tea, because I remember I told you that we started with a tea, right? So my tea, and I told you how well the tea was going. So I linked up with a guy who owned a distributor, right? And the distributor, he had no, it wasn't a distributor. It was a bottling plant or something like that. And he came to me out of nowhere too, and it was a brother, you know what I'm saying, that I had never met before. And he came in, he was like, man, I love this idea. He was like, I want to do business with you, this, and that. So I finally sat down to talk to him, and he just started like basically tearing me down. Like, yo, he was like, I want 60% if we decide to do this. I can pick anybody that does tea. It's nothing like nothing you're doing is really special. This, and that. So I was like, okay, no, I'm cool. I'm done with it. I'm good, right? Next thing you know, that's when I got that letter. It was from the state that they said that that I was selling food items out of my house, and that's when I switched it to just what do you call it? like dried tea. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that I didn't make it in the bottles and the liquid anymore, because we was up to gallons. We was selling gallons of that stuff to people, and it, taking it to the hospital. People was coming by to get it, so they shut that down. So loose leaf is what I was trying to think of. So I had to go to the loose leaf, but actually ended up being better because it was lighter for the shipping. You know what I'm saying? And in the state of Connecticut, herbs, there's no tax for it. So it was actually better. It was those things that turned out to be a blessing. But yeah, I was being attacked from all agencies from all angles.
And it's crazy because it's so many people out here doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't getting regulated. So they only messing with the ones who they see. It's like you said, they give you they let you rise and then they halt you. So I had an influx of followers and stuff like that too. They all came like back to back to back to back. But now, ever since I started like doing positive things, when I was doing negativity, Lachey tell you, my shit was growing. If I was posting about conspiracy theories or something like that, they would push my shit. Soon as I started doing challenges and helping people and shit like that, is when they started like, okay, that's not what we want you doing.
Too positive.
It's too positive. It's too crazy. We got a lot of shit coming up. It's about to be some shit going on in the community. And I can't wait
to keep it quiet till you're ready to do it, man. They'll shut it down.
I promise you. As you with your herbs and stuff, right? Y'all tried to sell them on TikTok, because TikTok don't let y'all sell herbs, I don't think.
Yeah, well, we tried to do it. But like I said, there was influencers before me around the time that I seen it happening to. So it was just a matter of time till it happened to me. That's why I didn't really trip. I'm like, I was kind of shook. I ain't gonna lie, when I thought it was just me. When I saw other people and I saw their rise. I don't know if y'all know T Walk the Hawk and all that. When he started shutting his stuff down, then the bigger ones, Barbara O'Neill, and even what's his name, Robert Morse, and all these people. He disappeared for a while for the same reasons. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just me, and I was happy about that. Like, oh, okay, well, at least it ain't just me, and it's like everybody.
It's like a task force against all the herbalists and all the naturopaths and all the alternative health practitioners. It's like, just kind of think of like COINTELPRO, how they had a whole task force that was against like the Black Panthers and anybody who was about uplifting and empowering, in a non-violent way, their own communities. And I feel like there has to be a secret task force. And who's to say that distributor that you were going to partner with wasn't a gatekeeper, so to speak? Like, yeah, I could help you get rich, but I want 60% that you make. And when you was just like, no, and you were ready to just be independent and do your own thing, then they sabotaged you. If he has that control, that means they're going out here and they seeing who's successful, who has productive products that are actually working for people. And they keep an eye on that, because I feel like that's the pharmaceutical company having their boots on the ground, having them dark operations where they're out here and monitoring the competition a lot more closely than we would think. So I think there's a conspiracy behind everything, especially when there's billions of dollars at stake with these industries. And now people are waking up to like the witchcraft of the pharmacy,
Oh, so
exactly.
Pharmakia. Yeah, I mean, and then the wild thing is, I didn't realize that they owned words. You know what I'm saying? They own things that you cannot say. I don't know if you guys remember, but during the pandemic, you couldn't use the word immunity. You couldn't even hashtag the word immunity, right? So I had at the time I had these immune drops that I made, right? They were made from black seed oil. I make all my oils myself also. I get the black seed and extract, use the MCT, coconut oil, everything, and I extract my own herbs. So I had the black seed oil, the graviola leaf, which is soursop leaf, the oregano. I make my own oregano oil, all of it. Okay. And it was called Immune Drops. And that was one of the ones that my products that got attacked online. Okay. That was one of the things that I just could not say. I couldn't say immune. I couldn't say immunity. Okay. So now I realize that there's actually a handbook. If you guys look this up, there's some words that herbalists can't say and use that herbalists are sharing. They're trying to find a way to navigate around with being able to sell their products without getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? So they own words, and that's what we got to realize. They patent these words, they patent some of these products, but they cannot patent a natural herb. This is why they do the isolates. This is why they extract and they want to give you a vitamin C. And somebody asked the other day about B12. I don't even like to speak about B12. We know it gives you energy, but where did you extract that B12 from? Where? Who did you extract the B12 from? What plant did you extract that B12 from? See what I'm saying? That's the things that they can do because they have B12 patented. You know what I'm saying? So you just learn after a while being in the game. You learn how to navigate around, but it's still tough, and it's still tapping our pockets tremendously. But we're just going to keep pushing through, and we're going to keep building and keep growing the natural way. So we don't have to worry about anything. I don't want to have to look over my shoulder. I don't want to have to look over my back. I don't want to have to kiss somebody's ass because they're paying me for something. You know what I'm saying? So,
or take control of it.
Yeah.
This is a good question right here. What do y'all think about the legalization of weed?
That's a great question, man. Because a lot of people, especially in our community, right, they're down on weed, man. You know what I'm saying? One thing you got to remember is it's an alkaline plant, for one. Okay. For two, it connects you to your inner self. Okay. And this is not a big bomb to drop. I smoke my weed still. I still smoke whenever I want to. But here's the thing, right? This is what we're dealing with. The summer of transformation. When we talk about addiction, right? I'm not addicted. I want to be able to enjoy things that I want to enjoy. I want to be able to connect when I want to connect. Okay. So we're talking about addiction. If you're addicted, of course you're going to need that, right? It. I haven't smoked in weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need it. Okay. So I can enjoy it when I want to. Okay. So it hasn't become an addiction for me. Okay. Another thing I do is I eat most of my herbs. I make drops, you know what I'm saying? Resin infusions, things like that. I want to be able to connect with that higher thought. I was hearing the boy Matt. I was interviewing him today, right? He was talking about, how he was smoking weed, and he said he got everything that he needed when he was high. Okay, so he was high watching Yaki, right? But he said he was just writing stuff down that resonated with him, that connected with him. You know what I'm saying? When normally, if he probably wasn't high, he probably wouldn't have done that. You see what I'm saying? So if you guys know, you guys smoked before, when you get high, what else connects you to your inner thoughts more than weed? You know what I'm saying? What else? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal opinion. Okay. See, of course, smoking is going to give you some, it's probably not the best thing for you, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? But if you're vibing and you're one of the healthiest people on the planet, that's how I feel. Then you got to remember, if you don't think that we can do that, then you don't really believe you're a God. You don't.
Listen,
it wouldn't have been put here.
Some of the most important decisions I've ever made, I made high. Like some of the most important, like I'm telling you, like things that really changed my life. I remember I wanted to be a real estate agent at one point, and I wanted to, but there was this fear. I had all this self-doubt and this and that. And then one day I just had some really good weed, and I was like, fuck this, let me just sign up. And then I just started studying for it. And then like before I knew it, like a month later, I was licensed, and then that just completely changed my financial future. A lot of things, there are days I'll get up and I'm just not in the headspace. I'm unmotivated. but I know just one hit of sativa is all I need. And then it's like,
Boom.
it's literally a plant medicine that you use with intention. You know how they say
Yeah.
you use the psilocybin, like the magic mushroom.
Yes.
You're supposed to use it with intention. You're supposed to have an intention before you consume it. Because, like, I'm not
That's a
a
good example.
regular average daily smoker. I'm like you. I'm not addicted. However, it's like a supplement. It's like something that I'll use on an as needed basis. I could literally go 2-3 months without smoking at all. But then I'll just like be in a head funk and be like, you know what? Like, I always have enough bud because it lasts me forever, you know, because I'm not the average and everyday smoker. However, I'm with you on that. Like, I don't know. I got past perfectionism because I actually did quit smoking in 2018, and I didn't smoke at all until last year, right before I had gotten off, right after I got offline, actually. And I hit again sativa. All I need is one hit. I'm not a smoker to the face type person. I just hit it once. It gives me, it enlightens, and then before you know it, it clears my thoughts, and I'm making moves. I don't know. That's
like you said, the best thoughts come when you're high. Okay, not saying the best speech. That's why I said it's made to connect with yourself, because I can smoke and I have the greatest thoughts in the world, but when I'm trying to talk to somebody, I feel dumb. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you know, and it's the different types of weed too. I really got into it for a while there. One of my first dispensaries I went to was actually in Boston. It was the black-owned one when it very first opened. It was open on the first day. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a dope place. You go in there and you see all the pictures on the wall of the everybody that got arrested for marijuana. Like Snoop is on there. All your Lil Wayne and everybody that got arrested. They got all those people on there instead of all the black heroes that got arrested. They got all the people that got caught smoking weed and they got their arrest picture on there. I think it's pretty dope.
You know what? I'm sorry. You want to
go ahead.
To get to his question about what we think about the legalization of marijuana, though, I think they only legalized it because it's so much more regulated, and I feel like they're also spraying the same kind of pesticides and all kinds of stuff that they're putting on the crops that we eat. So now it's, you know, they don't care if they legalize it, because this weed in that dispensary is different, though.
It's different.
It's actually more addictive than regular weed.
Yeah.
It is.
So I do think that there is kind of like a malicious handling of the more commercially distributed and regulated marijuana that they have in these dispensaries. But what's good is if you're in a legal state, you do have the wherewithal to grow your own on your own property, so you can be a bit more in control. In that sense. But legalization, I do think it's only been allowed because, number one, they're taxing the hell out of it where it is legalized. So Massachusetts is making billions a year off of the taxes from the weed. And but there's something up with this weed, though. They got all kinds of, you know, fillers and crap inside of the edibles, and then they got this weed. It's just weirdly, oddly addictive, and that's why I'm glad I've never been addicted to weed. I've always been able to control my use of it. But I do know that some of that weed, when I first started smoking again, I can't lie, like 3 months, I was like, all right, I need to chill on this because this shit addictive.
Yeah.
That's why
that's what it's about.
The first thing they do is make you smell it. It's all about.
You know what? I didn't learn how to control that weed addiction until I learned how to control my eating. That's why I say I don't even recommend weed to my clients. If they ask me about weed, I'd be like, nah, I don't think it's a good idea, because for one, it's going to make you hungry. It's going to make you crave some junk food. That's what it does. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't get a hold of your eating, don't even try. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes an amount of discipline. So I wasn't able to control it until I was able to control my eating. That's why I truly stand by that. Like, if you can control what you put in your mouth, you can control everything else.
Yes.
Facts. There's somebody on here talking
But
about
that was my man that
yeah,
put that up. Darrell Carter. That's my man right there. And shouts to my people while we talking about weed and legalization. Two black people's doing it that we know from Connecticut. Gumbo, the owners of Gumbo. Shouts to them, man. They're doing their thing.
with the weed.
Yeah. They own the Gumbo label. They're out there.
That's
Hey,
dope.
why somebody on the chat talking about Kev won't agree?
I saw that.
I mean that's one of those things. When I heard Kev say yesterday, I have the ability to watch and allow and observe without having any reaction to it. I know what I feel about it. He can have his own thoughts about it. He can have his own feelings about it, and it's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it is what it is. We all unique. We all different. We all have different experiences.
Mhm.
We all God here experiencing itself in human form and a unique expression of our existences and our backgrounds. We all got our own paths and our own way of figuring life out and expressing our own creativity and tapping into things and being like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I respect
Exactly.
everybody for how they feel and how they live and how they think and what they believe in. And Kev will say the truth is that shit is not good for your lungs. It's smoking. And he not wrong.
Yeah.
That don't mean that regardless of whatever it is, we all gonna do what we want to do anyway. So it is what it is.
Absolutely. Like, God didn't put that here. God didn't put those things here. God didn't even put the bad things here. That's what, when people trip me out and they say to gods, but this and this and that, I'm like, everything here God is responsible for. So he put this here purposely, but he put this here to what? Entice you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So if you got to subscribe to the reason that you're God, you really got to empower that. You know what I'm saying? We got to embrace our the shadow and the light, and it's about balance, and it's about expression, and about we're here to experiment and find things out and live the emotional experience. You know what I'm saying? And those are all put here for reasons. You know what I'm saying? Even if you subscribe to religion, you got to believe, oh, God created the devil and he didn't know. He's all-knowing, all-powerful, omnipotent God, but he didn't know the devil was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about those things. You know what I'm saying? Just like you can't give God credit for this, but then say, oh, the devil did this. You know what I'm saying? Because then that's saying, well, God didn't know that was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? God don't got no power over that happening.
God is everything. God is the devil. God is God. God is everything. I'm telling you that right now. If we believe we're all one and it all come back together full circle, and all of this is connected, this web, this matrix of life, the material, the human, everything is God. Even the most darkest, disgusting bio forces on this planet is God expressing itself in the dark. Maybe these are certain spirits that have lived a higher light in a previous time, and now they want to see what it's like expressing life or experiencing life in a darker expression. Like, how are you ever whole if you're not both things at the end of it? And we all have to learn how to even be more in tune with our shadow self, with the darker aspects of ourselves. The darker aspects of ourselves can very well save our lives or save somebody else's life. Like, there is no such thing as good or bad, and I genuinely believe that. Even the most vile things aren't really bad. It's just a different frequency of the same pole. That's what polarity is. It's a pole, and there's a higher side and a lower side, and all you have to do is just change your frequency to just be either higher, emit higher, or emit lower, but you're always the same pole. And it's like, once you understand that, it's so much easy to detach from everything, because none of it's fucking real. Like when we all
Yo, this would be a good time for Bobby to say, put some fire emojis in the. It'd be a great time for that.
I'm in here and you feel me? Definitely put some fire emojis in the chat.
Well, our bodies expire, but our spirits, lift up out of here, and then we just back to our essence. And then it was like, oh shit, that's what happened. It's like a video game, like none of it's bad. There's no such thing as death. We're all immortal beings, like when we all. So it's just like, it's crazy. But when you start seeing life like that, it's so much easier to live. Like I be thinking about how insecure I used to be and how much I used to care about people's opinion of me. When within the next 150 to 50 to 70 to 80 years, we ain't even gonna be alive. Like you really worried about a motherfucker that's gonna be dead anyway in less than 100 years? You ain't living your life to the fullest right now because you worried about what somebody think who's gonna be dead in less than 100 years. Like we supposed to be living to the fullest because none of this shit matters. None of it matters.
Hey, let me y'all going in. Y'all going in. And let me ask y'all this real quick though. Did y'all see I know you seen it, Tiger, because I seen you commenting on it. Dr. Monifa Jones in the Watermelon Washout. Did y'all see when she said she dropped the knowledge in that video about Kev? And she said that therapist is the rapist.
Yeah, yo, that tripped me out. I never knew that.
Hey, I'm still mind boggled off of that. And when she broke it down and said what therapy is and it's the rapist and all of that, it led me to believe like it make you look deeper into everything that you see.
Yeah,
so
over and over again.
It's over and over again. So when y'all sitting up here talking about all this stuff, it's on point. We have to we've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. Remember when I made your interview flyer, Tiger, and I called it the real ones are back, or the return of the real ones? That's how I feel. We back.
We back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We doing the work. We eating the fruit. We telling people to do it.
And then we all come from the dark.
Always here.
Then we all come from the dark.
All of us came from the dark.
We all came from alcoholism, illness, debauchery, probably having promiscuous sex, doing all kinds of shit we ain't supposed to be doing. But we learned from being at the most bottom part of, the choices we made, the mistakes that we made, the people that we hurt, the things that we wouldn't even repeat to other people that we did when we was drunk and things of that sort. But we had to go through that. We had to hit rock bottom. We had to be buried. We had to go to that dark in order to even have like a desire or craving to get to the light.
Right.
So it's like we have it's the ebb and flow of life, and like even the things that we have to go through. It's crazy. Like the elite, right? They try so hard to suppress us. They try so hard to what's the word? I'm not thinking. When they censor you, they do all these things to try to like take our voice away. But what does it do? It makes us more resilient. It makes us figure out another way to do it. So that's why you think melanated people is so goddamn strong. It's so powerful and so resilient. Everything we do better. We capture more minds. We capture more attention. Yeah. Why? Because they've been trying to ground us and grind us down since, they got their hands on us. But all it did was forced us to have to be better. Forced us to say, well, you need to be better than everybody in that class. You need to study harder than everybody in that class. You need to do this. You need to do this. And that's why we excel, because you try so hard to all you doing is making us stronger. So it's okay. Absolutely. The struggle is good. It's an obstacle that only makes us the best version of ourselves.
Facts. And I didn't even know Dr. Monifa Jones in the building. Shouts out Dr. Monifa Jones. Who I just said
Dr. Monifa.
Yeah, the rapist. Hey, my mind was like, I love learning new shit and new perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So when I see shit like that, that shit make me go deeper into information and make me realize why I'm here. Cause I'm like that. I study, like I go there. I don't even talk about a lot of the shit that I know. You know what I'm saying? Because people think that shit is crazy and far out.
Right.
I go deeper than the deeper conspiracy theories. Like I'm outlandish with this shit. Like I think everything is a hoax. Like you can't tell me nothing.
We're living in a matrix reality. We're living in a reality somebody created for us. So everything under that reality is definitely, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at it. That when I started getting into conspiracies, everything led back to the same place, man. And the wild thing is the stuff that we're saying. The people who run this reality, they already know it. They know it.
Oh yeah.
They've been using our magic for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We don't know it. We're scared of it. They taught us to be scared of it.
Yeah. That's why they burned all the books. You know?
Facts.
Libraries.
It's so much we could go into. Like, we are the strength that we got for standing up. We on the front lines. Like we in the real battle of the world. Like do y'all know? I don't think I talked about this on a previous podcast. Do y'all know Keith Lee is getting a Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Stop playing with me, man. Like this,
and that's the dude that goes and reviews the restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, because the angle they're using is that he's helping black people, and I get it. He helping restaurants, but this is the restaurants that they helping are poisoning the people.
Right.
He getting an award for poisoning his own people.
Thank you.
They love it.
Thank you. That's what they want us to do. That's why mukbangs are so good. I went against mukbangs when I first came online. When I first started doing my TikToks.
That's why they gave Washington Carver a scholarship. They wanted him to create soy products and peanut butter and all that stuff. Like you know, which is great. You know, I remember writing an article about it when I was a kid. But then when you grow up and you realize, man, you realize all the stuff that peanuts have in it. You're like, damn. Like one of my heroes is poisoning the people. You know what I'm saying? And they got, you know, especially in the school, they give you during Black History Month, they give you a certain amount of people. You can only write your essay on these people. You know what I'm saying? Only on these people. You never saw like the radicals in there. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's so wild, bro. So wild.
What's funny to me, I find it funny when people ask me about our supplements, what ingredients is in that? And I'm like thinking, you don't go to McDonald's asking what's in that. I'm like, that's the poison right there. Like all this is all natural herbs and plants, baby. But you don't ask like fast food or even getting a pizza, what's in that? That's the poison.
Hey,
but everybody wants to know, well, what's in that? What's in that? How is it going to make you feel?
I don't react good to this. It's like,
I know.
No.
I was drinking that milk and
I'm on medication. Is this going to interact with my medication? Like they would much rather keep the medication
right
than be on the
I just be like, oh my goodness.
Hey, we get that a lot. We get with the A game. What's in that? If you could send people to the website, show them the ingredients, and they still don't trust it. Somebody they be talking about, am I gonna get dependent on it? Can I? What about me? Not. What about when I get off of them? Like these are herbs. Why do we think everything in a capsule is a drug?
Well, do you go to your chicken spot and be like, am I gonna get dependent on these lemon pepper wings?
Yeah.
Right. Am I gonna be addicted?
It's like the seeded watermelon thing. There's people that will not do the challenge because they can't find seeded watermelon, man.
Man, that drives me crazy.
But they're eating bad already. They need the challenge, but they're like, well, I can't find the seeded, so I need to move somewhere to do. It's like
there's such a if you really cared to do any kind of a fruit feast, you just would go find a seeded fruit you can eat. It's just a cop out, you know. It's like
an excuse.
It is.
That's why I love honeydew so much. I mean,
See,
I
it
was
got
around
seeds.
places sometimes they didn't have seeded watermelon. Honeydew got seeds.
It's a melon. Hey,
Cantaloupe got
and
seeds.
seeded watermelon and seedless watermelon have the same exact benefits.
Well,
The same. If you use it, if you eat watermelon, what you not gonna get from seedless? If I eat 100 days of seedless watermelon and 100 days of seeded, what's gonna be the difference in me?
I mean,
Seedless watermelon don't even exist. Their
Yeah.
seeds, they just light skin. Like they just
Yeah.
light seeds, but they seeds. There's no such thing as a seedless watermelon. So because the seeds ain't melanated, now it's
one thing I
poison.
did notice. I gotta be the one. One thing I did notice though, you know what I'm saying? There is a huge difference, man. The lighter ones and the ones that don't have any seeds in it, they lack beta carotene. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I didn't get it as hydrated as I did on the seeded watermelon. You know what I'm saying? But all I did was get more of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing, if I could say anything, you know what I'm saying, that it lacks beta carotene. You know what I'm saying? And and to me, they just don't seem as juicy to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why, but you know, and there's definitely a difference because I actually eat the seeds, and the seeds are full of magnesium and potassium, and I can definitely feel that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only difference that I would say. But you know, even when I got some seedless watermelon, there's actually some seeds in there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you'll find one or two.
But that is the biggest cop out ever. It's the biggest cop out. You know what I'm saying?
I ate during my 100 and some days of watermelon, bro. I ate some seedless watermelon that was crushing seeded watermelon. I'm talking about some of the best watermelon I ever had in my life was seedless. I can't lie. I cannot lie. And I ate a lot of watermelon. So that's why I'm telling people it depends on where you get it from, who grew it, all of that.
So
yeah.
Because you can get some, like a lot of people get really good seedless watermelon. Really good red, dark seedless watermelon. I've seen it. So it depends on.
You live in an agricultural state too, though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and we got.
You live in an agricultural state.
And our watermelon grow later in the season too. So we don't get watermelon up here. Our watermelon in Ohio ain't coming into August.
Wow.
Yeah, we get it through August and through October.
I think
in PA.
Go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead, Tiger.
No, I think in PA, the reason why they had them so early is because, and I found this out in Connecticut, the Amish people in PA, they grow seedless watermelon. You know, everything they do is organic. So they actually supply a lot of, especially the eastern side of the U.S. Because a couple years ago, and I used to advocate for this all the time, California, because I used to go talk to the people in produce, like asking them questions. Like, so the lady told me, like, she showed me a paper. She was like, in California, they're not required to sell seeded watermelon anymore, and then they're the supplier for most of the U.S. of produce. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, that's going to make a big impact. So I actually said it. I got some posts and some proof that I can bring it up. I was one of the first people talking about it. I was like, man, that's going to be a problem in a while where you're not going to be able to find no seedless watermelon. I mean, seeded watermelon or seeded fruit, period. You know what I'm saying? So they're not required to do it anymore.
I think this year is better than last year because last year it was hard to find seeded watermelon, but this year, a lot of grocery stores they're getting it.
That's due to y'all, man. Y'all made the demand go up.
I agree.
So.
And we tell people all the time to go request it. We like go to the produce aisle, ask for the manager, and request to get seeded watermelon.
Bug them.
Yeah.
I've been finding them.
Call your friends. Like, especially if you're popular, call them. Tell all of them. Call every day. You call one day, you call another day, and after a while, it's supply and demand.
Right.
Hey, last year this time, family, there was nobody eating watermelon. It was like
there was nobody eating fruit.
There ain't nobody. Now water. You go get a watermelon. People got watermelon like it's a trophy.
I know.
I know when they get it, they're like, look at this baby, look at it, look at what I got.
It's like a fad now, but I'm like, oh well.
Watermelon
It's like
pictures are
crazy.
I love it.
Yeah. It's like it's a fad now, but I'm like, as long as it's healthy though, because it's like everybody, people that don't eat fruit is eating watermelon. Like
we changing the game, man.
If anything's gonna be a fad.
We changing the game. We are truly changing the frequency of the planet. When you got people excited and ready to take their pictures with watermelon, I done seen people go get. Lachey be like, "That's why we can't find no watermelon because people going to buy 15 of them."
Yo, that pisses me off. Man, I be seeing pictures of people talking about, oh, I see some seeded watermelons. I got 20 of them. Well, you wonder why we can't find seeded watermelons.
right.
Like you. Yo,
No.
they treating it just like how people was treating toilet paper and COVID. I say, y'all gotta
Exactly.
come on. Like, don't do that.
It's wild.
You can't go through watermelons that fast. Most of those are gonna go back.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was a wrap when I seen I know y'all seen the picture where somebody put the seeded watermelon and put the seatbelt over them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But there was a picture that I saw in the back seat where they had the whole kids like they was kids in the back seat, like 4 or 5 watermelon in the back, all with the seatbelts on. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Put them watermelon in the trunk, let them mugs roll around, man. You wilding right now.
Hey, I love it though. We are truly changing the frequency. Hey, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. You know, it's late night. We gotta get back up and do it at a high level in the AM. This has been one of those episodes though, man. We gotta definitely bring y'all back on and go deeper. You know, because we just scratched the surface a little bit right here tonight. I love it though.
Right.
Y'all are definitely dope, man. I love what y'all doing. Y'all definitely inspire me. And I'm so glad that we crossed paths. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna build from here. He cut out. It's well, you know, that was a dope episode though. You know, dope episode, dope couple right there. I like them. I meant to ask them, did they know Double Dutch aerobics? Because they in Atlanta.
They got in Atlanta a month ago. Everybody in Atlanta don't know everybody in Atlanta.
All black people know all black people.
Like, well, somebody come up to you and be like, what is your name? Do you know Jeremy?
Hey, I feel like everywhere I go, everybody know me anyway. So I'm a little celebrity in my mind.
Well, you're a celebrity, at least in your town. I don't want to be a celebrity. Like, that's literally
better get ready.
What I don't want to be. Because it make me think of that Eminem lyric when I would always think about myself, why would people want fame? Because they can't do nothing. And he got that one line in that song, I Am, Whatever You Say I Am. Mm-hmm. And he's like, and I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone saying to my head. That's like, exactly.
I don't want to get like that. I don't care though. I don't care. If long as I got the money to go anywhere I want to go and hide out, shit, run it. Hey, yeah, this is dope. Like, we appreciate everybody for watching. Lachey is awesome. We're gonna have a new host on Friday. We got to change some things up. My sister Jadica Amber won't be with us for a while. So we got Nicole Completely Cole. There she go. Look, right on time. Completely Cole will be joining me on Friday for Juice Champs episode 7, family. So that's how it's going down. We appreciate everybody for joining in and watching the Juice Champs. Next time we're gonna have more juice on here. We're gonna be all take a toast together. Lachey ain't have her juice tonight.
I forgot.
Oh shit. I appreciate you so much, Lachey.
Earlier.
So
too late to be drinking anything anyways. We ain't supposed to be consuming past 7 p.m.
You right. Well, why we got Juice Champs at 10 o'clock then?
Because I don't know. That's against the circadian rhythm.
Well, at least it ain't alcohol, you know. Rich and not widely known. That's my goal. I feel that, Yogi.
Here we go. Exactly. Just give me my money and anonymity.
Facts. Bobby and Kev changing the world.
Yes.
That's the goal. If you are not I'm glad you said that. If you are not in the highest level, highest vibrational, most transformative group on the planet, this ain't even a group, it's a community. If you ain't in this community, family, get in there. You do not know what you're missing. Me and my brother about to take off to new heights, and I'm just proud to be a part of this movement. I'm proud to be a part of the Fruit Up lifestyle. I'm proud to just be living vibrantly and happy about what I'm doing, and I want everybody to feel the same way. So you can do it. You can do it. All you got to do is join us, and it'll be easier to do it. Watermelonwashout.com. Also, your real level up come when you go to agameherbal.com. You go to agameherbal.com and use my code FRUITUP15 to get 15% off, family. It's the highest level shit on the planet. It come in a box like this for a month supply. You take one every 3 days. I'm talking about my fellas been telling me they women very happy because they help with their libido. They women very happy. Matter of fact, my dude girl texted me the other day and said, Bobby, thank you for bringing him that A game. She didn't say A game. She said, thank you for bringing him that stuff. So
did she get it for him?
No, I told him that when I brought it to him, she was in there. So she know what it do. So yeah, agameherbal.com, Fruit Up 15 for 15% off. And we here, family. We are here. Oh, if you buy the women's tonight, right? Use the code L Taylor 15. That's Lachey Taylor for 15% off, family. We are truly winning. We are truly inspired by everybody who is inspiring the world. That's what we do. We bring people on who inspire us. So with that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank y'all again. Make sure y'all share. Tell y'all friends that what we got going on here, it's a beautiful thing. Lachey, you got any last words?
No, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. This was magnificent, and it's going to continue to grow because of your viewership. And I love you. Bye.
Peace. Fruit up, family. Fruit up.